Good evening, family. So I'm back, being blessed to be here again to talk to you. Welcome back, everybody. I just want to say I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. I hope you were productive. I hope that God blessed you and was able to let you have a peaceful day. So I'm coming to you today with we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about loving and hating my job. Okay. So basically, I am a person who loves what I do. I love what I do. I'm a chemotherapy scheduler. I work for a private facility that coordinates treatment for cancer patients. Um, I've been there for about 7, 8 years now, and I've seen so many different things at my facility where I work. I'm happy to say that I love my job. The pay is nice. The PTO is great. You accrue PTO more and more by how many years you've been there. So I have a lot of PTO because I'm one that attends work every day, unless there's something physically wrong with me. Um, I'm happy to say that I work with beautiful individuals who have a big heart. Um, this job was completely God's will for me. My job was made for me. He knew I would be able to do it. Um, what I do is I basically work hands on with a triage nurse who puts together a chemo regimen for someone that is ill with cancer. Um, Once the nurse gets the regimen together, she then passes it down to me, and I take care of the, if you want to say, clerical aspect of it. Contacting the patient, letting them know what's going to happen in their treatment plan, when they need to be at the facility, um, and so forth. I hate one part of my job. You get attached to these people. They're coming like every day in the week. Sometimes they're coming, twice, 3 times in the week. And you get to know these patients, them, their family members that are bringing them, accompanying them to the job so that they can get their chemotherapy. And you you get close to these people. I mean, I can tell you my desk is filled with thank you cards, and people always thanking us. And it's not just me. Everybody at my job is always being thanked because we go beyond to help our patients. Um, it's the part of the job that is hated because death is going to come. We've lost so many wonderful patients, um, and, caring people. And it's just so sad when you lose them. That's the part I hate about my job. But as far as everything else, I love it. It's not far from my house. Um, they're family orientated. If I have an emergency, I'm able to leave, come back. You know, it's just, I never thought I would be at a place where I was so appreciated. But I'm going to tell you why this job was for me. I started working at my job in 2017. Same year, I was purchasing my home. I was at another job called Xerox, call center atmosphere. I was working there for about maybe 4 years, and it was time. I was like, okay, you need to get you a house now. Um, I was going through the process of purchasing my home, and if you ever purchase a home, you know that the lenders will tell you, do not change up anything as far as finances. Like, don't open up any credit cards. don't, do any big spending. They want, they have to keep everything you got to keep everything the same, until you close. Well, the devil is busy, but God is always to prevail. So Xerox decided that they were losing business. They lost their contract and they were closing down. I knew I would find another job. I wasn't, worried about that. I've been in the medical field since I'd say maybe 20 years old. I'm 47. So they closed down, and basically, if you worked all the way until the last day, they gave you a nice little severance package. It was nice. And you were able to collect unemployment with no problem. Well, I stayed to the end, got the severance package. I applied for my unemployment, and at the same time was looking for work. Well, I I was scared because I said, "Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get this house now because I have no income." They don't want to hear, "Oh, your job closed or you lost your job, whatever." They said everything needs to stay the same. So I didn't say anything to the lender. I figured they wouldn't find out. That is not true. They find out everything. That social security number tells everything. Like the person that I was dealing with, as far as the lender, she called me and she said, Kenyatta, I see that your job closed down. I said, yes, it did. At that point, the cat was out the bag. So I was explaining the situation to her. And even though my husband was fully employed and he could have paid for the house 2, 3 times what, we were going to pay. They didn't want to hear that. It didn't matter. They focused on two incomes, for this loan. Anyhow, long story short, I went in for an interview at the job that I'm at now. I found this job. It was not even, I'd say, maybe 2 weeks that I was out of work. The unemployment hadn't kicked in yet. It takes a couple weeks for it to kick in, even though I was guaranteed the maximum, to get the unemployment. Well, I was still going on interviews. I went on 2 interviews. One was the company that I work for now, and one was another doctor's office. I went to the one that I work at now first. And I knew right away that God was making this possible for me. I got in the interview. I was my old chippy self, you know. I wooed them like I knew I would. I have a very beautiful, bubbly, full of life attitude. So I had my interview. Everything went well. They basically gave me the job on the spot. And I explained the situation to them about the house because I knew I was going to need, some papers signed and stuff. They were so gracious to help me. Remember, I wasn't even working there yet. They gave me the job on the spot, but I wasn't working there yet. I had told them my situation. They connected me with the HR department, the person that was there at that time. And basically, he prepared a letter stating what I was going to be making, when I was going to start, you know, just put everything about what I was going to be bringing home and everything. So the bank was able to accept that. Um, we closed on our home. It was a blessing, like I said, because I really thought I wasn't going to get it. So it was definitely a blessing. We closed on our house and I continued to work, of course. And when I first started, I got hired as a front desk person. So there are 4 people in the front desk. two at checkout, two at check-in. We would rotate. This is where I started there. And I loved it. I loved it. I love talking to people. So it was perfect for me. I got to meet so many beautiful, beautiful people with good hearts who just, it's so unfortunate that they're sick. Um, I loved working at the front desk. At the time, I had a supervisor. She's gone now. She retired. But lovely. Never made me feel um, insecure. Never made me feel stupid when I made a mistake. Never talked to me ill-mannered. Never focused on this. I do work at a predominantly Caucasian facility. Um, there's only two of us there and a Latino. So I said, I need to show them me. Sometimes you have to show people what things that they're not used to. Sometimes people judge people for the color of their skin. Sometimes they judge people by the way they dress, the way they talk. But I never, ever got the impression that they were even seeing a color on me. That's how comfortable I was. It was as if I was a part of the family. And I so appreciate that. Anyhow, after being there for a year, I was chosen to train for a backup for another individual that I'm doing the job now. I was very nervous because I knew that that position required a lot of time, a lot of skill, a lot of patience. It's sometimes gets tiresome, like every other job. But like I said, I love what I do. Anyhow, I trained for this backup position and I still was going to be at the front desk. So I was able to obtain the knowledge that was given to me. The person that was in the position that I'm in now, she is the greatest. I love her to death. She's my sister from another mother. She taught me everything I know about the position I'm in now. Really took her time. Never made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing. When I did something wrong, she corrected it. Kenyatta, no, let me show you. This is what you need to do. It's just, I can keep on and on and on telling stories like this, seriously. And I know we always feel like um, jobs are not loyal to us. We're all expendable. I do still believe that. But I don't focus on that because I know that I'm giving my job my 100%. So why would they not be loyal to me? Do you understand what I'm saying? If I wasn't being productive, I deserve to be let go. And people got to understand that. You go into a job to work. They expect you to do your job. There's nobody, watching over us there. This is like a well-oiled machine. That's what I call it.